we're now ready for the superintendent's spotlight. Mr. Superintendent.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Tonight, we're fortunate to have Fairview Middle School Principal Scott Hansen as he comes forward. I noticed as we were walking in, the strings group was playing. Cheryl Collier Brown is with him, Don Wilder, the dean, so they're all here together. But Althoria Pickett was here earlier, but I couldn't help but thinking, Scott, as I was walking in, looking at the strings and playing here, and that really represents what Leon County is all about. It made me think back when my first year as Deer Lake Middle School principal, we put strings in as actual class because one of the parents on the Student Advisory Council, the School Advisory Council, felt very strongly that we should offer it. And if you look at the diversity of all of our arts programs throughout our district, I think that's one of the things we're all about. So really was great seeing the students tonight and the parents for their support of that. It's a great program, and just want to give you a chance to present for Fairview Middle School.
Thank you. Thank you, School Board and Superintendent. Just to go on what you were saying, last year we started with 16 in orchestra, our band. Instructor wanted to add that. This year we're up to 32 students, and these are just 5 of them that have been in it both years, and next year we're probably going to be up to an even larger group. But some things first I just want to go over and really spotlight are the teachers and the sponsors that do everything at the school, along with my staff and administrators that really help out and take care of everything. Fairview is a diverse school with over 900 students. We have an IB program, an advanced program in general, all mixed together. And the things I'm going to go over are just in the last 2 months that have happened at Fairview, February and March. Just to start with, they're not in any general order, but our middle school Brain Bowl, 26 teams in the Big Bend. Fairview won it back-to-back. They won it again right before spring break. They're going to be going to a national Brain Bowl, hopefully in Chicago later this year. Our Algebra 1 team is first in the state all year long. Math Counts, which is a middle school and elementary, plays first in the county, first place in the state in ciphering, and the math competition team also won the state math count with the #1 student, and our teacher will be represented, Ms. Terry King, in the math counts nationwide in Washington, D.C. in April. Also, we had our Science Olympiad that just competed this past weekend, finished 12th in the state out of 42 teams, which will go along with Mr. Burgess and what we're talking about STEM. It's a little different than doing science fair. It's hands-on, having to do all kind of different experiments and things they do. National Geography B, we have one of the top 100 students going to the nationals for that. As I said, our orchestra has gone from 5 to 16 to 32. We also are one of the few schools in middle school that have a jazz band. I didn't have room to bring them in tonight, but they play in the morning and perform at many of our events that we have. We also have 2 guitar classes that have started this year and grown. Our men's basketball ended up winning again this year for the 3rd time in a row, the championship. And all of these students are involved in all the different things. Before spring break, we had a French and Spanish national exam. We've also participated in Model UN at the Capitol. We had a group of students last week that were out, that were in Puerto Rico during a service project that were down there. We also have a group that's coming back today, later, from Washington, D.C. Our district history fair, we had 6 first places, 2 second places, 3 third places, 3 fourth places, and 2 honorable mentions, probably the best I've ever seen by one group of students overall, and that's 6th through 8th grade, all the students. We also have a young man that did a Dale Earnhardt automotive dealership drawing for $500 for the school. He won himself a mini iPad, got to meet Dale Earnhardt 2 weeks ago, very nice. That same student also won was 3rd place in the Florida Commission on Human Relations poster contest throughout the state, middle and high school. He finished 3rd and will be meeting with the governor in April, on April 24th. Just to go along, our track team won the Jesse Forbes Track Invitational, 19 schools. Our girls were 2nd. Our boys won it for the 4th year in a row. Just a few other things going on. Up in the front here, Howell Center, we have a poster that was drawn for Literacy Week. That is in the big meeting room up in the front of the school. And those are just some of the things going on. But probably the main spotlight is I wanted to take the time to thank the person next to me that's been in education for a long time, 29 years at Fairview. The young man that just did the pledge, I believe she probably taught his mom or
Oh, my.
had a little bit of everything. But as a principal, it's been a great pleasure to work with her for the past 4 years, and with her being there, and just the teachers overall, the family atmosphere, everything that goes on at the school, and having teachers like her and all the other teachers in the school that spend all their time doing all these things that I just read. A lot of them do it on their own time, take their own money, and really work hard to have all this for the students. They're always doing more and above. It's amazing what they do every day. And I wanted to give her a chance to say, since she's been there 29 years and she only has 2 months left, unfortunately, and she's retiring. But I don't think she'll be going anywhere. I want to just share Collier Brown just a chance to say something.
Good.
Thank you, Mr. Hansen. First of all, I want to let you know, now you understand why I sing Fairview praises everywhere I go. It's been a wonderful 35 and a half years, and 29 of them at the best middle school in Leon County. Sorry, Jackie, but, that's the way it is. And I want to thank everybody, past, present, and future for such a wonderful ride. And I plan to jump back on the train later on. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Scott, just a couple of points I wanted to make, regarding Fairview and the great job that y'all are doing over there. And maybe Barbara has this information if you don't. Each year, how many kids have applied for school choice back into Fairview, from all over our district?
We get probably 140 or so, or 150 every year. I mean, we had students coming from 33 different elementaries around the area.
So I just want to take a minute to think about that, because one of the things we hear a lot today, and it's kind of a message that's out there that a lot of people talk about, how important choice is and how important, it is for charter schools and others. But this board has embraced choice right here in Leon County, for all of our students. And here's one of our top middle schools right on the south side, 150, 200 students every year want to go there, most of them outside the district.
Yes, easily.
So I think that's a very powerful message. The school is over capacity. We're running out of room there. It's hard to get our students in there now because of the number of students that want to be there. And there's just a lot of exciting things going on, and I just compliment you, your team, and I think that's a great message that we have that many students throughout our district are wanting to choice into Fairview Middle School.
Been good. Thank you.
Hold on just a second. Ms. Butler would like to speak.
Sure.
Yes, I just want to thank you, Ms. Hansen, and your team, Ms. Pickett, for a wonderful job you do at that school. When I'm over there, I like how you involve everyone at the school and all the talent that you have, the poems and the poetry. I've been there for those programs. They're exemplary. Thank you for what you do for all students. We appreciate that. And Cheryl Collier, I guess I will let everybody know
That's right.
that I taught Mrs. Brown
Wow.
ninth grade science. Yes.
That is a wow moment.
So, congratulations.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, Mr. Van Camp.
Oh, yeah. First, just thank you for what you did here tonight. That was certainly enjoyable. It was to come in, it was a treat. It stopped everyone when you came
Right.
in
I'll
the
tell you a
door.
story
I
about
don't
that.
think we've ever had anything like that at one of our board meetings before, and that was tremendous with that. But just want to thank you for, what's going on at Fairview. It's always a great place to visit, has been. And the students and what you've accomplished there, like the superintendent said, that's a milestone for our district. Fairview has a rich history here in Leon County Schools. We've seen a lot of new innovations. Cheryl will agree with me over the 29 years you've been there, from open classrooms to other things that we have changed, the different things that have happened, in education over these years. Fairview was always one of the first sites that took on some of these new and innovative things for the principals that have been there in the past, a rich tradition there. And I will close with saying that both of you look like you just fell out of the Moz Brothers windows. Those are beautiful shirts, and y'all are very
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes.
And we do have one other, I did forget to say, in May, we do have our play going on at TCC that will be coming up that involves the orchestra and everybody. It's a big group production throughout the school. So we have that going on later on in May. So that's one of our other many things, like we said, always seems to be something going on.
And we do acknowledge them too. We say out loud and up close and personal how thankful we are for the wonderful job that the Hansen, Pickett, and Collier Brown, the team actually pulled together and do there. Cheryl, I want to thank you for all you've done for the county and wish you well on the impending retirement. Yes, semi-retirement. And so we thank you very much, and I echo the sentiments of my colleagues here. So
You're so very welcome.
thank you. So those are the words and the outstanding deeds of the Fairview Falcons.
Thank you very much for that.
Thank you.
Thank you.